So a few tips and tricks for you when you start to use Optima for the first time. It can be quite interesting to change to a new color line. And in my personal opinion, the first and foremost important thing is the level of depth. Different color lines have different kind of DNA to the color. Some color brands are a little bit lighter and some are a little bit more intensive and covering a little bit deeper. And you get familiar with the DNA as you start working with the product more. But for your information, the Optima color is more on the intensive side. So it's a really nice, intensive and quite covering color, where the depths are maybe slightly on the deeper side compared to most color ranges. So you get really good coverage. About the tones also, the reflection tones, like we mentioned earlier, they're sort of muted cocktails of beautiful different, more sort of natural tones, cocktails to make those beautiful brown tones. And the first two pages, the PAs and the ABs, GBs, they're more on the cooler side of the spectrum. And then when you have the AOs, GBs, so forth, then it starts to get on the warmer side. When you're talking about the coverage tones, you can also mix all of the different categories together. So for example, you have a gray coverage situation and you want to use a cool tone. You want to have a really, really cool end result. So you're going for the cool coverage, the N and As. On their own, they're quite natural cool tones. But if you want to add a little bit more intensity to the tone, you can mix in some intense tones to kind of emphasize the tone of the color. So, for example, mixing a little bit of A in with the N and A makes it even cooler with great coverage.